Guess what happened to me last Christmas? Uprooted by a family of 12-day celebrators. Uprooted for 12 days of tinsel and spice mulled wine. I grew all my life. I dreamed of a white queen, future and true wife. I grew all my life for more than this hot living room. Don't you know the effect of central heating on my carefully grown and manicured needles? Don't you know the effect of central heating? It was the night before Christmas, and all through the house, not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse. But 1 week before, I was in my forest of pine tree friends. It was all I'd ever known for all my 6.5 years of being grown. But then, I was there until Farmer John came, and he said, make sure you're all really straight and tall and as round as possible, and a nice family will come and adopt you. Well, I was just a shy little Christmas tree. But you know what? I've always dreamed of living in a big palace with a king and queen like in the fairy tales. So I tried as hard as I can to be round and tall and straight as possible. And there they were, a family. But then Farmer John came and he took a chainsaw to me and chopped me off of my stump. It was terrible. My roots! Well, there I was, all squashed into this tree with Mr. and Mrs. Larry and Marjorie Jones. Yes, and there was little Betsy and Bobby. Gosh, I had a really nice bird's eye view of the bosoms of Marjorie. Oh! And there in the distance was the gleaming turrets of a palace. Ashton Court. I was going to go live in a palace, but then, ooh, a sharp left turn. Stokes Croft. It looked a bit rough and ready. Someone was spraying a wall with paint. Well, we got stuck in traffic, and then we turned into a little street with small houses. Mr. Jones puffed and panted as he tried to squeeze into a tiny parking space, and Mrs. Jones complained about the rent prices and how the students next door kept leaving their wheelie bins all over the pavement. But nonetheless, there I was in this little living room in Stokes Croft in a tight tree stand. But then they put all these presents at my feet. For me, yay! And then they put all these decorations on me. But for some reason, they only decorated one side. They didn't seem to think that my back near the wall was important. Well, it was for me. It was quite hard to stand up straight. Oh dear. Well, because of that, Mrs. Marjorie Jones said to Mr. Larry Jones, hey, you need to make sure it's really straight and erect. So, he panted and puffed and did his best. Then, he started drinking all this mulled red wine, and something really strange happened. They all looked at me and started singing. Oh, Christmas tree,
oh, Christmas tree, how lovely are thy branches.
Oh,
Christmas tree, oh, Christmas tree, how lovely are thy branches.
Your boughs do warm in summertime. Well, thank you very much, I thought. Though it was quite a lot of attention for a little shy Christmas tree. But you know what? All this attention's quite nice. And my prezzies. Then it was time for little Betsy and Bobby to go to bed and wait for Santa. Mrs. Jones bent right over and adjusted my lower baubles, and Mr. Jones ran across the room to help her. He gasped and grunted with the effort. Oh, come, all ye fair. Oh, come ye, come and behold me. Well, then he carried on singing about how he was born a king. Well, maybe, is he a king after all? Well, then they went off to bed, all rather excited. Well, I'm excited too, because it was the night before Christmas. All through the house, not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse. The stockings were hung by the chimney with care, with mince pies for Santa. But oh, do I dare? Oh, the aroma's so strong, had a whole room to cross. With my stump in this stand, I was quite at a loss. If you ever did wonder why your tree does lean so, it's that straining for pies, but the shackles say no. I wonder if I can use my one-sided decor to my advantage. The weight of the baubles, if physics is true, given to the lean of the baubles, given to the lean of the baubles, given to the lean of the baubles. Yay! Oh no! But no, it was Larry Jones. What was he coming in to eat the mince pies and milk carefully made by the children for Santa? I couldn't believe my baubles. Anyway, then it was Christmas Day. I'm so excited. I get to open my prezzies. And then the kids came in, and they opened my prezzies and started playing with them. Oh, I was really hoping for some tree fertilizer so I can grow some new roots and get back home to my forest. But there was no fertilizer in sight. Oh, it was really disappointing. Anyway, they all started drinking more mulled red wine, and then they all started shouting at each other. Mr. Larry Jones said to Mrs. Marjorie Jones, "Oh, I'm too drunk for Christmas dinner. I want to have a cheese sandwich instead." Mrs. Jones was all upset and tired. No, I've been cooking this Christmas meal for days," she said. "Oh, I've got such a craving for cheese," he said. "Okay, well, we'll just have cheese sandwiches for Christmas," she said, and she started going off in a huff. So he quickly said, "Okay then, we'll have the turkey dinner then." And by this time they were both in a right mood, and it got even more ridiculous because then she kept insisting on the cheese sandwiches and he kept insisting on the turkey dinner. They were arguing the opposite from what they started. What just happened? I thought all this mince pie in my mouth, but I thought, maybe this is that mysterious human Christmas tension that the winds had whispered about. Then, after a whole hour of this arguing, the kids got overexcited and started to slip off across the room. Oh, it almost hit me. What did I do? Well, then they all went off into the dining room to eat whatever they were going to eat, and I just got left here with a slipper. So hot. Upwooded by a family of 12 days celebrators. Upwooded with hot needles and my home so far away. Oh, I'm pining for my forest. I'm stumped about how to get there. Oh, I've just had enough. I've had enough. I hate Christmas. I hate Christmas. I hate Christmas. Christmas is crap. I'm not coming next year. Anyway, on the 6th day of January, when it was all over, Mrs. Jones nagged Mr. Jones all day about taking the old tree to St. Philip's. St. Philip's? St. Philip's? This must be the palace I've been waiting for. So, off we went in the car to St. Philip's. There wasn't a palace. It was St. Philip's Tip. A garden waste dump. Oh. When they dumped me, not worrying about me at all. Oh. Uprooted, lying, dying ground, and ever so sick. Uprooted, decorated and adored for only 12 days. Don't you know that a tree is not just for Christmas? Oh. I have a dream. Lying in the ground again. I have a dream of branches and needles strong and green. I have a dream. I have a dream. And the angel Gabriel shone down on the little Christmas tree and gave it back some strength. Oh. 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 Oh my goodness. Oh. I think I can feel leaves growing. I do feel leaves growing. And they grew and grew and grew into the biggest possible branches I've ever seen. Maybe I can get out. Oh. Oh. Hey. There in front of me was the family general waste bin. And look, there's an unopened Christmas present waiting for me. It must be for me. Oh. Oh, wow, how shiny it is. My own Christmas present. Yay. Oh, my goodness. What's in there? And then it began to snow. And I knew I could get back to my forest. Back to the forest!
Back to the forest!
Back to the forest!
Back to the forest!